Hong Kong is one of the world's richest cities, but also one of the most unequal. There's an obvious disconnect between the wealth and the needs, and therefore the innovations I'm proud to share today are the collective and strategic philanthropic efforts that have emerged since COVID, and which have focused on identifying funding gaps and supporting the NGOs and social enterprises that are themselves struggling to survive. Several initiatives are worth sharing. The government is giving a COVID cash payout of 10,000 Hong Kong dollars, about $1,300 USD to every Hong Kong resident. And at least 2 initiatives have been set up to facilitate public donation of this payout to carefully selected NGOs through innovative support. Bridge the Gap Hong Kong is one. It managed to find philanthropists to match the donation from individuals, therefore doubling the donation for over 24 NGOs. Another initiative is Payout Give Back, which provides social media exposure for 4 selected NGOs to help them reach new audience. Both are great examples of pooling resources and amplifying impact. Next, I must give a shout out to the new NGO task force that coordinated an open letter to funders back in April, signed by 176 NGOs, asking funders to be flexible with existing funding and pledging new support. The letter alone has helped over half of the involved NGOs start this conversation with their funders. And finally, on the social enterprise front, several social impact intermediaries came together to set up the Community Resilience Fund, which offers the first of its kind zero-interest loans to the city's social enterprises, which have fallen through the cracks of emergency funding for NGOs on one hand and commercial lending on the other. The seed funding of the fund came from philanthropists who were willing to experiment with giving to a social finance vehicle rather than directly to the social enterprises. Amidst COVID, we have seen exceptional collective efforts from the philanthropic sector in Hong Kong. And hopefully this focus on core funding and the need to actively identify and close funding gaps will become part of the new normal.
Thank you for listening. Please join us next time for another episode of DùnDún, Connecting Voices.